Hello friends, I'm Dmitry Gerasimov, CEO of Demlabs, which is developing the Cellframe blockchain. Today we have a holiday AMA session. As usual, we'll talk about the latest news and answer community questions. We'll also review the past year and share our plans for the future, including the Cellframe roadmap for 2024. 2023 has been a landmark year for us. The Cellframe mat finished a long period of beta testing and was released. The first TDApps have started working. Interesting news projects have joined our ecosystem and they are already preparing to enter the market. So today we have the following topics. The Cell staking program, changing the reward calculation system, then web development, improving the UI, stabilizing the staking side, Cellframe Dashboard updates, Cellframe Node and SDK updates, release of the Cellframe DEX, news from the KelVPN team, roadmap of preparing the bridge for the two-way mode, the results of Demlabs software development in the 2023, the outcomes of the year in numbers, Demlabs, Cellframe, ecosystem development and marketing, and finally our plans for the future. Let's start with the news about the Cell staking program. At the end of November, we changed the way staking rewards are calculated. Now the total pool of staking rewards is divided equally between Cell stakers and Cellframe network validators. In the current stage of development, it's important for us to increase the number of masternodes in the Cellframe network to make it more decentralized, stable and secure. So, by changing the rewards calculation, we found a way to support network validators without going beyond the emission limits specified in our tokenomics. In the near future, we'll hold a community vote, which will include making a decision of the size and source of rewards for validators. For Cell stakers, to maintain your income level, we recommend that you run Cellframe Masternode. Or you can delegate your keys to another users. Such cooperation will be beneficial to both parties. People who wants to bring up Masternode but has not enough cells will be able to do this. Holders who delegate will receive a share of the transaction validator rewards without needing to run a masternode themselves. To make the process of delegation of rights more transparent and user-friendly, we are preparing to launch a special new feature. This feature will run on the same limit order engine that powers the Cellframe's service delivery mechanism. A user can create a key delegation order where it will be possible to specify all the necessary conditions. For example, the number of MCells delegated and the share of income from the total amount of fees collected by the node. This feature is currently under development. As always, we'll keep you updated on the launch and all the details. By the way, it's on the final stage of development, so it will be released, I believe, the next month on the beginning. Moving on the next topic, news from the web development team. We are continuing to refactor the Explorer site. This web interface displays all activity on our networks. Recently, we stabilized the work of the staking side, rewrote the logic for calculating staking rewards. This helped solve some problems with withdrawing rewards for single and LP stakes. Now to our next topic, Cellframe Dashboard updates. In Dashboard, we optimized the login system. We removed redundant logs that took up a large amount of memory. And added automatic clearing of logs when they reach 1 GB. We also working to improve the user experience, remove the need to enter a password when deactivating a wallet. implemented the ability to delete wallets using the dashboard interface. The Falcon signature was also added to the dashboard interface. I remind you that you can always download the latest version of Dashboard on our website. We put a link in the description of this video, link is below. Now let's discuss the progress on the Cellframe node and SDK. Since the last AMA session, a lot of important and interesting things have been added. First of all, we implemented a new type of conditional transaction, the automated block reward, which allows for awarding validators a reward for signing blocks. Such a transaction can be created manually, but for the convenience of users, we have also added this feature for validators to collect rewards automatically. We talked about this functionality in detail in the last issue of our work log, link in the description. In addition, we also fixed a looping problem that resulted in the release of new blocks based on the same mempool datums. This looping led to a sharp increase in the number of blocks and hence an increase in the network load. At this stage of growth of the network, such a load is undesirable. We also updated the JSON RPC protocol for data exchange between the Cellframe Dashboard and Cellframe node services. Now this protocol can also be used for any other tasks involving interaction with the node. So everyone who develops something related with the node, feel free to use JSON RPC protocol instead of CLI interface. Multi-algorithms signatures have been improved. Multi-signature is a mechanism used to sign transaction not with one but with several signatures at once. The user can independently choose the order, number, and type of signatures to use. Why is this necessary? If one of the signatures is hacked, then the remaining signatures included in the chain will still guarantee encryption protection. The multi-signature feature can now already be used on the Cellframe network. And next, we'll move on the most discussed topic, preparing the Cellframe bridge for two-way operation. But first, let's look at the overall commit statistics in GitLab. Then we'll discuss the progress on the bridge specifically. Here is the commit. Okay, in preparation for the launch of two-way bridge, we are working to expand the functionality and improve the stability of Cellframe node. What we completed recently: implemented a node address authentication at the stream level. This will allow you to use an open stream in both directions. Why this is important? Opening a new stream is a resource-intensive process. This feature will allow us to optimize the use of resources. Extended the JSON RPC protocol, as I told before, then transferred the execution of CLI commands to so-called proc threads. This improved command processing performance, important when you need to process tons of commands at the same time. Now let's look at the roadmap of preparation for the launch of the two-way bridge. You see this roadmap. You can see that we are moving on, and let's go to our next topic, news from Cellframe ecosystem projects. Let's start with the Cellframe DEX, which is another example of a TDApp implementation. The exchange of tokens in our decentralized exchange operates on an ecosystem-wide limit order mechanism. This is the same type of limit order that forms the basis of the service delivery in the Cellframe ecosystem. The role of smart contracts in the decentralized exchanges is the same as in other TDApps. This means they are replaceable with conditional transactions. All Cellframe TDApps perform conditional transactions that store the terms of the exchange. This is a very simple and therefore safe and reliable mechanism. And now this mechanism has finally been released. What we completed recently: added storage of orders and their history on the blockchain. We got rid of duplication of exchange parameter data. All information is now obtained only from exchange transactions using the hash of the conditional transaction. Added an export function for list of orders where a field for order completion appeared. We also implemented a filter for pairs of orders in the list display command. Optimized the DEX functionality and updated command terminology. And we move on. Next up, we have news from the KelVPN team. The developers have added an automatic gas substitution feature for MetaMask on the KelVPN staking side. The team's main efforts remain focused on the KelVPN and Cellframe Dashboard / wallet collaboration mode, which is already in the final stages before release. Optimized work with paid services when a KelVPN node is offline. If the service provider node falls off the network and goes offline while the service is being provided, the VPN order for connected users will not be renewed. This will avoid payment errors. The method of storing data on particularly executed orders has been changed as well. Information about the balance remaining on a user's prepaid service measured by time and traffic is now stored not on the server but in a special GDB group. This means it's stored on virtually all nodes at once. To view data for a specific user and provider, you can now use the special net_srv command. Please examine help command for more details. Now let's review the results of the past year and our plans for the future. I will start directly with the Demlabs company itself. In the past year, the northwest part of our team moved to a new large office and we converted our previous premises in the Demlabs studio, where I am now and streaming on. In 2023, we actively developed the marketing of the Demlabs company. We relaunched the site, updated the visuals and content. In October, we acted as organizer of the International Cryptography Olympiad and Sucrypto. We participated in the design of assignments, and after we finish reviewing the solutions, we'll definitely share with you some interesting observations and anything else that can be shared. However, most of the information on the tasks is being kept secret for now. And in November, the Demlabs team traveled to Moscow for the Trend Global Forum. They set up a booth and talked to representatives of business and media about the opportunities that blockchain technology provides. We hope that in 2024, some of our new business contacts will develop into joint projects and collaborations. Moving on. Our next topic is the year's results of our most important project, the Cellframe blockchain platform. Let's start with marketing. This year, we actively developed the project's social networks. We regularly published posts with the news, shared details, development updates in our work logs, and published text versions of AMA sessions. Our X account already has nearly 30,000 subscribers. In the international community in Telegram, there are more than 15,000 subscribers. In the official Telegram channel, we have more than 1,050 members. We regularly streamed out AMA session on YouTube and conducted partner AMA sessions with tech bloggers and crypto communities on various platforms: Telegram, Binance Live, X Spaces. We produced our own videos about our platform, as did our community members, enthusiasts from all over the world working in many different languages. This year, the Cellframe Studio released the animated series Space Chipmunk about the adventures of the Cellframe's mascot and his friends. These first two episodes were released in the fall, and the third premiered just yesterday. Be sure to check it out, link in description. But our most important success and achievement in 2023 is, of course, the launch of the Cellframe mainnet. We worked long and hard towards this, and finally in July it happened. But we did not stop there and immediately set ourselves a new big goal, launching a two-way operating mode for the bridge, and other features like smart contracts. In this mode, the bridge will connect the native CF20 network with other blockchain networks like BSC and Ethereum, like it does right now, just in two ways. Once this happens, our mainnet will be open for all the world, not only in one direction, but in both. The task is important and complex. Before launching the bridge, we must carefully prepare everything so that it works safely and reliably. This is what we are working on now. Also this year, we completed the staking program. Now users have several options to choose from. Single staking on CF20, staking LP pairs on V2 and V3, on PancakeSwap and Uniswap. We constantly refined and expanded the functionality of Cellframe Dashboard. We launched the Cellframe Wallet, a wallet application with a simple interface and only the most commonly used features. We resumed the development of Cellframe DEX and completed it. And we developed and expanded the Cellframe ecosystem. Let's discuss the services being built on the Cellframe. And before we move on the results of the year for our projects, let's look at the statistics on comment on this year. It's here. It's for all the year. Now let's move on to the projects. I will start with KelVPN. Here's what was done in the past year. The team made great improvements to the design and content of the project website. Development of an iOS version of KelVPN has also begun and is on the finish road. And most importantly, the KelVPN mainnet was launched. It now has the following functionality. It is already possible to launch the Masternodes and validate transactions. But the collaboration mode, which will allow us to work as VPN service provider, still in a beta version, so you can use it, but use it carefully. Launching the mainnet in its full form is one of the immediate goals of the project team for 2024. The next ecosystem project I will discuss is the NodeSys. In the past year, our partners from Minsk, Belarus, with our help, launched a new project in the Cellframe ecosystem. NodeSys is a decentralized, self-replicating Internet of Things platform with its own token NIS. And a few words about other projects. We began to develop the idea of our own platform for building AI application based on Cellframe. This is not only about launching and training ML models, but also about fully creating AI application using our SDK. We have also been gradually developing the conf call video conferencing service and have two new partnerships for launching new projects with the Cellframe ecosystem. The first new project for 2024 involves the launch of a Flatcoin. It's like a progressive stablecoin that is not afraid of inflation because of link with gas, oil, metals, and other resources. And the second is the launch of a platform for crypto lending in the Cellframe ecosystem. We also have plans for new partnerships, listing on a new CEX. Yes, we are planning this, don't worry. And a trip to the Blockchain Live conference in Dubai in April 2024. Personally, I will be as well. An event for the Cellframe user community, additional support for the developer community. Of course, foremost among the immediate development plans is upgrading the bridge to a two-way version. So those are all of our plans in a brief. Now let's move on to the questions that you sent us. And the first question. The Cellframe blockchain is quantum protected. Does this protection also works against the effects of AI? No, it's different. To protect against AI, we need another AI, and you see we are working on this. Next question. IBM recently announced its first 1000 qubit quantum chip. What else is important in quantum processor besides the number of qubits? After number of qubits, another important metric is error growth. So because and another important metric is how to say it, entangled time, as I understand it's translated. So what does it mean? Error growth, it means that on every calculation the system how to say it, collect errors, or errors appears, let's say so. So it's a really big deal to reduce number of these errors. You know, quantum calculation are not deterministic. So, and the third metric that's important for quantum processor is time of entanglement. It's time when qubits are in entanglement state. It's also as well important as qubits number, and multiplication of all these metrics calls the quantum volume. So I think better to talk about quantum volume, not just about qubits. Okay, the next question. What language will Cellframe smart contracts be written in? First, it will be WASM-based smart contracts, and it has no limits, but we propose Rust for such smart contracts. Second variant will be EVM-based smart contracts, so it will be Solidity. So answer is Rust and Solidity. The next question. The Cellframe community started talking about starting a bull run. What do you think are the things that can be used to determine that it has really begun? It's really more question for financial analytics because it's a really complex question. You need to track classic markets, stocks, situation in global economics, but generally the most important sign of bull run is margin price rise. So if you see and it continues for a long time, it's sign of bull run, I see. The next question. Are there any additional bonuses for those VPN providers that provide residential IP addresses? Because we have an open market when you can place any limit order and set any price for your service. Providers that has a residential IP address can just set a little bigger price for the services, and if it fits in market, it will be an additional bonus. So answer is that we have a mechanism that allows you to earn additional bonuses on a free market. It could be with residential IP addresses, with extra wide, with extra low latency IP connection, and other things that give some advantage for users. Any advantage could be sold. Sorry. The next question. Is the minimum amount of 10,000 cell to run a masternode related to the price of the token? If so, what should the price be for this value to decrease? It's related, but not directly. For example, if you have staked 10,000 cells and became a masternode, and then because of price movements this amount grows up, you still continue to be a masternode. But if this amount decrease, part of your stake became unlocked. That's how we see it. Next question. How do you plan to ensure the stability of the token price during the launch of the two-way bridge? I think it's not a problem because this volatility, it's a possibility. And I think we'll use some our reserves to buy back some cells, and I can advise others to do the same because it will be a good discount. The next question. Are you planning to release any new tokens in the Cellframe native network? If so, what purpose and when? No plans for now. Maybe some tokens from my old pet project, DepCache. I'm still planning to run it without market making, just run it. And its token will be placed, but it's not Cellframe's token, let's say. So it's will be another it will be another ecosystem like Kusama and Polkadot, but they will be trading inside the Cellframe DEX. Any Cellframe's tokens, new Cellframe tokens, we are not planning to release. Next question. Can Cellframe's technology will be used in other blockchains that are also looking to increase their quantum security? Yes, they can be used just one moment. If you just implement quantum security in your blockchain without other changes, it will not work because it will be dramatically increase size of your blockchain and decrease transactions per second of your blockchain. So better to use Cellframe SDK as a whole framework, not some parts, or redesign your blockchain from scratch, like we did when we created the Cellframe. Okay, it was all the question. Now let's see what happens in YouTube chat. Oh, how many comments? Oh, I hope so, but I don't really see a particular use for the chain. Is a project running on it? KelVPN, it's a practical used project. You can download KelVPN application and use it, and it's working over the Cellframe. Another product is a Cellframe DEX that was released yesterday. Okay. Okay, just comment. Some non-English comments, sorry. I don't speak Spanish, but I wanted to learn it. I am asking for technical videos for past 2 years, but you are releasing meme videos. With technical videos, there are some problems because last 2 years we were changing a lot in our API, and only 6 months ago it was stabilized, and about months ago we started to document it. So the next months I think you could expect this video. Sorry for this long delay, really. We anyway, we'll do it for sure. If anyone forget about it, feel free to remind. Okay, but we'll don't forget it. Which is a partnership with Meta Network. What about this? They are waiting for the smart contracts. Their protocol is a smart contract based, and it's they are waiting for ready smart contracts. When they will be ready, Metric will integrate the Cellframe as well. Okay. What marketing action is planned in Q1? In Q1, mostly same, mostly same as we have with addition, maybe with some. Things that is the bridge schedule? We have another delay. I think we are on schedule. Okay, it was all the questions. Thank you for all your time, for all your attention. It was really a pleasure to pass this year with you, and looking forward to see you on the next year. Goodbye. See you next year.